everyone, this is DPG here with another protein review. I will not be doing a cooking video this week just because I'm very tired, and I decided just to focus on a lot more ideas. For the next 2 months, I actually now have a list to do 2 more months of videos. But today, we're going to be focusing on the review. I have been waiting to do this one for a very long time. Last week I said I wanted to do the monster one, but when I was walking down the aisles, I saw this again. Gatorade protein bar. First off, it was delicious. I will say this, it was delicious. But here is the problem with this product. It has 26 grams of sugar. That's way too much sugar. You know what else has sugar in it? Let me look this up real quick. Let's look at a Snicker bar. Sugar and Snickers. Let's see. There's more sugar in this protein bar than a Snickers. Think about that. Maybe you're going to argue with me. Oh, but it's probably like something like dextrose or something like that. Let's take a quick look. Yes, I will give it this. There's cane syrup, of course, vegetable oil, palm kernel, palm oil, which I'm not a big fan of, as you know of, soy lichin. So let me tell you this straight off. The first ingredient in it is just the chocolate layer. When you look at a lot of other protein sources, that's usually the second or third one. First one is usually the protein source. But the first one in this is the chocolate covering. That right there says to me, they didn't care. They didn't care that there was gonna be this much sugar in it. But everyone knows Gatorade. Everyone knows the product's name. Personally, I thought, again, delicious. I would not eat it again because of the high amount of sugar in this. You should not have that much sugar to protein ratio. Even though in my other video, I did explain how I do my protein. Usually I do 2 servings of oatmeal, 1 serving of dextrose, and of course, protein. But even then, it's only 16 to 20 grams of sugar when I'm eating nearly 35 grams of protein. The sugar should never outweigh the protein unless it's coming from a reliable source, something like fruit. But even then, it shouldn't. Now, if you have a few fruits, but I just thought this was absolutely ridiculous. This was $3. And then there's soy lichin? Are you kidding me? I mean, there's soy lichin before the actual protein crisp. And even then, there's cornstarch in that protein. This thing is absolutely horrible. And then it adds more chocolate, more sugar, glucose. There's nothing but sugar in this. This is not a protein bar. This is a candy bar in disguise. I just could not believe people actually buy this. This is, again, if you're weighing the options, you want something sweet, you don't want a candy bar, and you want this is barely any better than a regular candy bar. I wouldn't get it. I just get regular protein bar. Maybe with if they have the sugar, then it's buyable. Then I can understand that. Or add some sugar alcohol to it. But to the point you have 26 grams of whole sugar. There's 41 carbs in that. That's a lot for a protein bar. And again, you know why everyone likes to buy this? Why people eat this? It's because of the Gatorade name. I would not buy this anymore. Again, just buy anything else that's protein related. Of course, be careful you want to go with soy, pea, whey, brown rice, potato, sources of protein. But this is terrible. Delicious. I will give it that. This is one of the best tasting protein bars I have ever had. Air quotes with the protein bar. But again, 12 grams of fat. What the flying hell? Usually the protein bars don't even have that much grams of fat. This thing is 360 calories. It should not be that high when it's promoting it's a whey protein bar. It's promoting crap. This is promoting crap. Again, it's a rebuttal to when Monster came out. Remember when Gatorade had their protein drinks? They're terrible. They're the worst thing one of the worst protein drinks I've tried. It is powdery. I'll review that if I find some. But this is no rebuttal. It's like, hey, let's try something else. Let's go with a protein bar. And it's terrible. But I had to buy it because I'm going to be doing a review like this. Don't get it. Not worth it. I would never buy this again unless I have such a sweet tooth. I'd rather go with a different source of protein. God, 41 grams of carbs. I can live with that because it's a post-workout. It's a recovery. You want carbs and sugar as opposed to recovery, depending on what you're going with. You know, more carbs, more sugar if you want to gain weight or gain muscle, less if you want to start leaning up. It's your choice on what you want to go with. You already see me explaining that, but this is absolutely terrible. There's not even a lot of vitamins in here if you want to look at that. Calcium 15%. At least a regular protein bar has more calcium than that crap. This is just filled with unneeded sources from oils to fats to sugar. That's all it is. Oil, fat, sugar. That's not, there's barely any protein to it. There's barely any protein. Like I said, if you ever find a protein bar, ever find a protein source, and you're focusing on as a protein supplement after you lift, do not have more sugar with your protein. Always have more protein than sugar. Always. Even if it's 1 or 2 grams, it's more. That's one thing you have to think of. Carbs, you know, it's your choice. And of course, there's sugar in carbs, blah, 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 blah. But it's terrible when it comes to nutrition. Delicious when it comes to flavor. So this is me. This is my week. That was the review for this week. Give it a shot on this one if you feel like it, but just don't buy it again. Too much damn sugar. Too much damn sugar.